What are those things that you discovered about yourself through being here?
I think that for me, I've always been the type of person that it's hard for me to become friends with people and open up to people right away. And coming onto a team of 40 girls where I essentially didn't know anyone, I had heard of people, but I didn't know them. It was a hard adjustment coming into a complete team of strangers. And my first year with them kind of taught me that because they were so welcoming and so inviting, it taught me that I can be myself around these people and that being authentic and being yourself is the best thing that you could do and the easiest way to meet people. I think as soon as I actually opened up and really showed the side of me that I don't usually to people that I am just meeting, that's when I started really connecting with people. And so I would say just authenticity is the most important thing you can have going into college.
Yeah, there's no, and you can reinvent yourself a little bit too, right? You can start over. Donovan, how about you? I mean, what were the things that you discovered about yourself that maybe you're shocked at? Because as you get older and go through this process, you guys, we all grow up, right? You become more mature. What are those things that you found about yourself going through this time?
I think I learned that I have thick skin. Which is something that you really need as a high level athlete at a place like the University of Florida. With there's a lot expected out of you, and especially this day and age with social media. Say you might have a bad game or something, and a lot of people might say a lot of bad things about you, but you can't let that get to you. You can't let that message your mentality or your confidence. So I wish I kind of would have known that in the beginning of my career here. I used to let it bother me sometimes, but now I just stay focused on the task at hand, and I think it's really helped my career.
Yeah, do you find that from going through high school where the coaches are a little bit nicer, right?
Yeah.
And so in most places, but you get to college, it turns, this is their livelihood too, right? And things, they get a little bit more aggressive. They're not as nice. Your strength and conditioning coaches become probably your best friends, right?
Yeah.
Because they're kind of the uncles and aunts.
Mhm.
And thick skin is, you're going to need, we all need that later on. Don't take things so personally, right? So
Yeah.
it's great that you recognize that. Clayton, how about yourself? From that 17, 16, 17, 18-year-old to where you are now, and what did you learn about yourself?
Well, I learned that I can actually let people in because growing up, I didn't let anybody into my life that wasn't my family. And then I moved here. I didn't have my family with me, so I had to have my teammates and my coaches become my family. And I never thought that I would ever let anybody in so close to me that wasn't my family. And that changed once I got here. So now I got two families, and I'm really happy about that and happy about the person that I've become today.
Yeah, you nailed it. The one thing people would tell you, you look around your locker room, guys, and you look around your dormitories and your apartments and your classes. Your circle of friends that you have now, the 3 or 4 or 5, and maybe 40 or 50, they're going to be your friends for life. The guys that I'm closest with are without a doubt the guys that I play college ball with. Yeah, without a doubt. And I'm 53 years old. And I think everybody would tell you that. So even though they may get on your nerves, or, you get that one person in the locker room that's just, come on, they're going to be there forever with you. So enjoy that moment. So Clayton, thanks for sharing that. That was a good one. Charlotte, how about you?
I would say that something I wish I knew freshman year was that I am extroverted and I do have confidence. I think looking back, I was a little bit shy and timid sometimes, and I was worried to be too aggressive on some of the older girls in practice or just like walk up and introduce myself. And now I've learned that I am confident in any situation, and I do enjoy meeting new people and welcoming new people to the team. And so I definitely encourage all freshmen to be confident and know that they have the ability, just like everyone else, to do what they need to do.
Yeah, that's great. It's so true. It's amazing what we find out about ourselves, especially when we have platforms like this to talk about it, because you become vulnerable a little bit, right? You just kind of open up on things. But anyway, so I want to thank you guys. This is the first episode of the Next Up series. You guys are the voices. You're the voices of those student athletes that are sitting there thinking about their season, thinking about what's going to happen, being, in kind of constricted areas sometimes and not being able to really fulfill that experience in college. But these things happen in life, and you guys have this great foundation to build upon. You'll never forget this experience, good, bad, or indifferent. But this is your voice. This is the voice of you guys are the future leaders, right? In industry, in sports, the sports industry, business, entrepreneurship. You guys are it. You're an example of what the up and coming rising stars are going to be. So this is your platform to continue to develop. Sorry, I was a little bit funky in the beginning with my editing and bringing people in and out, and Lexi fixed her sound, so we ended on a good note. So, anyways, on behalf of Donovan, Clayton, and Charlotte over there at the end, we want to thank you, everybody. We have Denise in the background. Let's bring Denise in just to embarrass her with her hair up.
Oh, yeah, great. See my sweatshirt. Hi, everybody.
Denise and our executive producer on this. Denise, so she's the, she was the one who came up with all the questions and all that. So listen, thank you, everybody. You're going to be hearing more from us. This is our first series of the NextUp podcast, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for joining.